Good morning, wrestling fans. Welcome to PWR Today, July 22nd, 2022. The man they call Meathead, the M.O.T.S, the reigning, defending PWR Fantasy Draft champion from the 2021 season. It's Matthew Thomas. Matthew, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for that wonderful introduction.
And it's the 21-22 season, excuse me.
Oh, yeah, that's correct. This has been a wonderful, kind of grab bag this week with PWR Today hosts. Me and you started the week out, then it was you and Linda, then it was me and Linda, then it was you and Linda, now it's me and you. Like, this has been the biggest PWR Today shuffle we've ever had.
Oh, yeah, I think that was a song, wasn't it? Do the PWR shuffle. Hey, Mo. Hey, Mo. Well, yeah. You know what I'm talking about? That's the Curly Shuffle. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I thought you were talking about the one that came out right after we won the Super Bowl.
Oh, no. There was a song that was when I was a kid called the Curly Shuffle. It was about the Three Stooges. I do the Curly Shuffle. Hey, Mo. Hey, Mo. Hey, Mo. Hey, Mo. Well,
so on a side note, you brought up a very distinct memory. That was one of the toughest Nintendo Entertainment System games I ever recall playing, was the Three Stooges game on Nintendo.
Dude, the pie fight was the best, dude.
I remember certain sections that I really liked and certain sections I could just not crack.
Well, I mean, some people are good and some people are not, I guess. I don't know. But I digress. Hey, Matthew, I know there's not a White Castle version of it, but is there anything else that I should be wearing for this upcoming weekend from our great sponsor?
Oh, you should wear the reissue of Thank You for Wrestling With Us, back exclusively on collarandelbowbrand.com. I have got the original, but I might have to get me the version 2.0. Head over to collarandelbowbrand.com. Enter promo code Linda K. That's going to save you 10%, and you might need to grab some more after you spill all those condiments all over it, Meathead.
Well, I'm not a messy eater. I'm actually a very clean eater. Nobody would think that when they think Meathead. They think Meathead just jams all the food in his mouth at one time. But no, I'm actually a very clean eater. One napkin is all I ever need.
So you are actually such an immaculate eater that people come to you to see if you can help them dispose of their chicken bones.
No, that's not me. Sorry, wrong guy. They might end up on my plate, but I don't dispose of them.
Or share your. I mean, that's a compliment,
Yeah, I guess. For those that don't know, Meathead makes one trip a year to the castle that is white. It is today, folks. The moment I get off the air today, my 2-hour trek to Kenosha, Wisconsin, shall begin. The man they call Meathead will be in K-Town at the castle.
My goodness, man! It's the one day. You know what? And since I do not have one near me, in some subsequent years, I've actually gone and gotten a little Frozen variation to celebrate with you. So I might have to see what I can do.
Don't forget to use your paper towel. Make sure you follow the directions exactly. You might get something close.
Yeah. I did that a few years ago, man. I might have to try to see how their chicken sliders turn.
Okay. Well, folks, as you're listening to the program today, make sure you enjoy a White Castle slider along with the man they call Meathead as he does his yearly trek. But let's talk about a little bit of news. First off, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, has got his last match next week, Sunday. This card is getting better and better. We already announced the main event, which is going to be Ric Flair and his son-in-law, Andrade El Idolo, taking on J-A-F-F, J-A-R-R, E-T-T, and Black Machismo, Jay Lethal. Now, we need to announce this because I don't think it was clear before. We've talked about it before, but Matthew, I don't think we made it clear enough. This is available on pay-per-view. If you can't make it down to Nashville SummerSlam weekend and you want to watch this show, it's available on Fite TV. Our good friends at Fite TV will be carrying the show live.
Yes, indeed. I figured they probably would. And I mean, being that it is a Conrad Thompson production, I mean, typically he's kind of a media mogul, so not a surprise there. But what you are telling me, it's on pay-per-view. So, man, they call Meathead might be making a drop and picking up Ric Flair.
I don't know if it'll be Ric Flair, but we're going to get to that conversation. Let me ask you this, Matthew. Let me ask you this. Did we count any Impact pay-per-views last season when Kenny Omega was over there? No.
I don't think we did we?
I don't think we did either. Did we count Or should we count any Ring of Honor pay-per-views?
That's where it gets trickier because they're kind of in bed with AEW, you know.
We're going to have to talk to the accounting firm at Dewey Cheatham Howe, but currently, I would say the free agent pool is open, pending an investigation from the accounting firm to see if those pay-per-views count.
You know what? I mean, we need it's a matter that we need to research. Maybe we determine an exploratory committee.
Gotcha. Exploratory surgery, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it'd be like the January 6th findings.
Yeah. You know, the other thing too is, I mean, maybe we take it even further, man. Maybe we do. What's the promotion that you always see Nick Gage in?
GCW, I believe.
Yeah,
like Gage Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, maybe that needs to be revisited.
I don't know about that. So, but anyways, the Ric Flair pay-per-view live July 31st at 6 p.m. Central, 7 Eastern on Fite TV. And again, let's run down that card real quick. We've got Josh Alexander and Jacob Fatu, The Problem, for the Impact World title. Now, the Impact title being defended outside of Impact Wrestling. In a tag team match, the Briscoes will take on the Von Erichs. In a four-way match, Laredo Kid, Taurus, Rey Fenix, and Bandito. The Impact Knockouts title match is also on the line. Jordan Grace, Deanna Peraza, and Rachel Ellering. Harry Smith versus Killer Cross, formerly Karrion Kross. Ray Narita, against Clark Connors. We recently saw him at the Forbidden Door pay-per-view for AEW. And a kind of a dream tag team match. The Motor City Machine Guns, who do wrestle on occasion, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, taking on the American Wolves, Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards. When was the last time we saw the Wolves participating?
It's been a while, dude.
Must be a
full moon.
Oh,
not to be confused with the fact that the butt crack rule is in effect in any PWR draft eligible pay-per-views.
Good God. Let's talk about another pay-per-view coming up tomorrow night. Saturday, it's Death Before Dishonor. More matches have been announced. Here is the current card. And this looks like a solid card. I mean, because out of the 7 matches, 6 of them for titles. Ring of Honor World Championship match. Jonathan Gresham, the champion, taking on Claudio Castagnoli. ROH World TV Championship match. Samoa Joe and Jay Lethal. ROH Pure Championship match. Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Garcia. The ROH World Tag Team Championship match. It's FTR versus the Briscoes in the 2 out of 3 falls. For the Women's Championship, Mercedes Martinez and the Professor Serena Deeb. ROH World 6-Man Tag Team Championship match. The Righteous taking on Dalton Castle and boys. I'm entertained by Dalton Castle and boys. And on the pre-show, it's Allison Kay versus Willow Nightingale. So everything on the Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor pay-per-view proper is a title match.
Yeah, it's a damn good card, and I'll be honest with you, I did not necessarily plan on getting it, but you almost have talked me into the building, or at least not into the building, but you've talked me into
the buy
possibly, window. Pressing the buy button in or looking in somebody's window who has bought it.
Well, like I said, you could be like the man they call Meathead, ride a bike around in a cul-de-sac and look and see which window's got the pay-per-view on, and just right in front of that house.
Dude, that's one thing that I do enjoy about my current living situation is I can gaze into people's windows and see what they're watching on TV. And that's
do you gaze lovingly?
Inquisitively.
Oh, that's actually creepy. Let's talk about SmackDown for tonight. Brock Lesnar is going to be back, and he'll be on the air. He's coming to SmackDown tonight. Liv Morgan will go face-to-face with Ronda Rousey. Shinsuke Nakamura will lock horns with Ludwig Kaiser. And Maxine Dupree debuts alongside Maximum Male Models Beachwear line. What are you looking forward to most?
I know we're talking about some major title matches, but do you think my answer is going to be anything but the Maximum Dupree, Male? Yeah. Oh my goodness, who is Maxine Dupree? Like this is just fantastic.
Santina Marella?
It's or Max in a wig.
Oh boy. Please no. That would kill it actually for me. If Max Dupree, Eli Drake, LA Knight, whatever he's going by, came out dressed as a woman, that would kill it for me. I'd be done.
Or, I mean, all right, Bayley's coming back,
Oh, I think Bayley's too big for this.
I think it is too. I mean, I think it's gotta be somebody bringing up for NXT. I don't think it's any current. If it's an active roster member, it's somebody who is
Raquel Gonzalez.
Oh my goodness. What if they patch things up and it's Sasha?
They won't, but what if they patch things up and it's Naomi?
That would have the makings of something great because you could do a wonderful work shoot angle with that.
I don't think I think it's somebody from NXT, honestly.
Yeah.
And as I'm going, I mean, we've got established names at NXT, so it'd have to be somebody that we don't know where they can change the name and we would only complain about it for 2-3 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, no. So I'm really looking forward to it. Like, this is even if it wasn't a reveal, like I really missed it last week when we just had a video segment. We didn't have any. Man, if I spent money and I did not get a proper fashion show at a SmackDown, I would feel disappointed.
So we are 1 week away from SummerSlam. SummerSlam is next week, Saturday. And, basically we're going to get Brock Lesnar out here. I think he's going to have people, kind of making jokes around him, probably Austin Theory, making jokes around him. But what are we going to see out of Liv Morgan when she goes face-to-face with Ronda Rousey? Is her promo going to be stronger than Ronda's? Because both of them not the greatest on the microphone.
Yeah, it probably will be. I think that they've kind of kept them apart for this particular reason. She's definitely the underdog. And here's the thing. I don't expect for this to remain two faces going. And I expect to see Ronda take a little bit of a heel edge here because I think Liv needs it. And I think that Ronda's more effective as a heel.
Okay. Rampage, right after SmackDown. Fyter Fest is over. This is night 4 of week 2 of Fyter Fest. And I've had time to think about Fyter Fest, night 3 of week 2 on Wednesday night. It was freaking awful. The Shark stuff had to stop. I understand that it was cross-promotional because of Shark Week and they wanted to have corporate synergy. But for the love of effing God.
Yeah, it was over the top. And, at one point I'm watching this and I'm like, okay, so they are trying to do it so over the top that it sounds like they're being tongue in cheek and they're still cool with it. But it had a much different effect than AEW traditionally does.
Okay, here's the card. Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt with Hello Satnam. That's his Twitter handle. Satnam Singh. So it's Jay Lethal and Satnam Singh taking on the Hangman. The Hangman. No, I got that wrong. I'm sorry. The Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels. The unretired Christopher Daniels against Jay Lethal.
Dude, it's just more and more proof. Every time you get to see Christopher Daniels wrestle and talk about it, it further cements your
my
victory.
2020-2021 season
win. Yeah, exactly. So I was going to say, but it wasn't last year because I won last year. So it was not last year. That was the year that I won. But it would have been the year before that.
Hangman Adam Page will go head-to-head with the Butcher and the Blade, and Hangman's teaming up with Johnny Hungy.
Aren't you happy to see Hangman out of tie-dye and whatever else was on his head 2 weeks ago?
I don't know what the hell he was wearing. That man bun where, if you twist it, salt comes out of his ass. I really don't know.
The most un-Hangman thing I've ever seen.
Right. It's okay. Lee Moriarty against Lucha Angel 1. Lucha Angel 1. Who the hell is Lucha Angel 1? Good God. Why am I reading it off? Why am I reading it off their damn tweet when I can't see? I mean, all they have is Twitter handles on there.
That's the way the cool kids communicate, is via Twitter.
And don't forget, there's a rap battle. Max Caster is taking on the Ass Boys in a rap battle.
Let me ask you this. Did you ever realize that you paid close enough attention until a few nights ago? I had never noticed the John Wayne tattoo on
his left bicep.
On Mr. Gunn, yeah.
Yeah, that's relatively new because I haven't noticed it either.
Interesting. Maybe that's what you get you for a White Castle Day, is a matching John Wayne tattoo.
I should get a matching White Castle tattoo on the left cheek and the right cheek.
Just don't mess up and accidentally get a John Wayne Gacy tattoo.
No. The White Castle tattoo on the left cheek and the right cheek. The cheese can go right in the middle. Oh, that is disgusting. Matthew, your thoughts on AEW Rampage tonight?
I'm looking forward to it. Probably more the rap battle than anything. I mean, there's nothing on that list that I necessarily see moving a needle forward to a huge extent. I think that Rampage does best when we, have a high profile match every few weeks. And the concern is Rampage gets away from that and becomes the B show. But I very rarely ever come away from a Rampage not entertained.
Also, don't forget Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter will take on Sky Blue and Ashley DeAmbos. Is that her name? DeAmbos?
Yes, it just rolls right off your tongue.
Yeah, DeAmbos. Lee Moriarty is taking on Dante Martin. I apologize for not being able to understand what his Twitter name was.
Hey man, you got to get with that tweet.
So Stokely Hathaway has been keeping an eye on Lee Moriarty, and is Matt Sydal kind of really pushing the buttons of Lee Moriarty? So if Lee Moriarty can actually beat Dante Martin, do you think that Matt Sydal would want anything to do with that?
I don't know, but if there's one person that I'd like to see pair up with Stokely, it's actually Matt Sydal. I mean, I think he needs a mouthpiece. I think he would benefit very, very significantly, from somebody speaking for him. He's a great in-ring technician, but his promos all sound the same.
Matthew Thomas, that is the end of our week. I want to thank everybody for listening. I went through the stats with you and Linda, I'm going to say a week ago. We have had a huge uptick in listens. Again, we've been plugging along. We appreciate all the first-time listeners. We appreciate the word of mouth, speaking of mouthpiece. We appreciate the repeat customers, and we're getting new customers as well, and new people listening to the product. Matthew, Linda, thank you so much from the team here at PWR Today. I want to thank everybody for listening. If you haven't yet told your friends or told your mama, or, somebody call my mama and tell her that I'm on the air, let them know. We're available on Apple Podcasts. We're also available on Spotify, Stitcher. We're available on YouTube, Facebook. Matthew, where do you listen to PWR Today?
I listen to it on eartalk.com.
Ear Talk. I don't know what the hell that is.
You know what? I go back and forth because I'm hip to all those casts. That's what you call the podcasts. And so I find myself actually now more often than not listening on Spotify.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we're there, and I'm glad that we've got you listening again. A huge uptick in listens over the last month or so. The numbers are spiking, and it's thanks to you guys listening, and thanks to you liking and subscribing, and we appreciate it. Make sure you buy some collar and elbow. Take care of the people that take care of us. Matthew, any thoughts before we go?
Well, I wish you a wonderful White Castle weekend, and I look forward to some photographic evidence.
I don't know if the photographic evidence that you seek, sir, is what you'll be getting.
Oh, we'll see.
For Matthew Thomas, for Linda Kay, the man they call Meathead, thanks for stopping by. Happy White Castle weekend to everybody. So long, everyone.